Hey all K-pop, it's Henry here, and I just released my new single called Moonlight.
So meet me underneath the moonlight, like the fire catch a moonlight. Must be something in the air, 'cause I don't even care. Gonna dance until the sunrise.
Moonlight is one song from an album that I've been working on for a very, very long time, about 1 year. Moonlight was a song that I first started when I was writing. I wanted to write a song just for the people around me, and I noticed that most people around me were at that time very, very stressed from their work or from they're just fed up with a bunch of things, especially that were just coming out of COVID. So I wanted to write a song that once they hear it, everyone just forget about all their stresses, and just a song for everyone to party to have a good time to chill to. So I hope you all enjoy Moonlight. So when I first started Moonlight, I had this melody in my head. It went ooh 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 ooh. But what I had was not like, it wasn't like a beautiful one person singing this melody. It was like all your friends and or everybody at the club, so like screaming ooh. Started with that one melody, and then slowly from there came up with the chords, and new melodies came, and but that's basically how it really started. Sound-wise, I purposely picked a lot of very natural sounding instruments. If you listen to the drums, those are actually all, a lot of them are all real recorded drums, just processed in a way. But I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And I think a lot of the times when you first start a song, you have this emotion, and then when you work on it, sometimes it changes into something totally different. But with Moonlight, I started hype. It started off with like very careless kind of very careless melodies, just it's exactly the way it was when it first started. Yeah. Well, I first started music when I was very young, about 5 or 6, with classical music. I started learning violin and piano, and that's where my music journey started. And through junior high, I started to learn how to I started to learn how to pop, dance, and one thing led to another. I started singing, and then later on, I got the opportunity to act in movies, dramas, and next thing you know, I started painting, and I think these are all just all these art forms are just expressions of emotion, and I think it's different for everybody. Everyone expresses themselves differently. This is just my way of expressing myself, so I will continue to do my best to express all of my emotions to all of you guys. I've been doing this for quite some time now, and like I said, I started when I was very, very young, so I don't even remember when I didn't do music. But I think it's safe to say that I didn't really necessarily like music when I first started, because it was very difficult, practicing every day and training, going through all that. But I think the first time I started, I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool, was when one of the first times I played in front of people. I remember I was about 10 or something, I think 10 years old, and then I played in front of people, and then I've never played for anybody, and I always thought it was like, I really hated it and everything. I thought nobody would like it, but then after I performed, everyone started clapping, and then I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool. And then that's when my love for music really started. So I think that's where it all began, and then now I'm just in love with the feeling of being up on stage. Yeah. I think there were a lot of driving factors. There's a lot of people around me that kept me going, especially all my fans. If it wasn't for my fans, I definitely wouldn't be here today. A lot of times when I've thought of giving up, or like times when I thought I can't make it through this, and then sometimes I would look at some things my fans they write, or some of their comments or stuff, just anything, or like little cards they sent me. These are all driving factors for me, and I just like to say thank you to you all. I don't think there's anything that's like you could say, oh, this is the most important thing when you work on music, and everyone's process is different, but for this time, especially for Moonlight and the album that I'm working on, before it was if it was more like, okay, you have like 3 weeks to finish an album, or like sometimes it's crazier, it's like you have 2 weeks to finish an album or something like that, and that's actually like crazy. That's it's almost impossible. But since I do so many things, it'd be like, oh, you have to go somewhere to film a movie or something at this time, so you got to finish between this time. I avoided that this time with Moonlight and the album. I purposely set aside a very long time. I was like, okay, you know what? I actually need to take time and rediscover myself musically as well. So I took about close to a year, I would say, of doing just music. I went to a lot of different places, purposely met a variety of producers and other singers, and collaborated with them. I tried different types of genres. I tried rock music. I went to Nashville to really see what country music was about. Since a lot of my songs have violin, why I actually went to Nashville was because I really wanted to see how they incorporated violin in country music so well. So I went on a trip, and then one thing led to another, and then next thing you know, I'm in a room with in the house of where One Republic members live, and working with the producers, and I worked with so many amazing producers this time. It was just I think the most important thing for music creation is just doing. It sounds simple, but just doing what you want. I think that's the most important thing. And I felt like that's what I really did this time, and I'm pretty satisfied. I'm very excited to show everybody what all the different things I've come up with. I mean, I'm constantly looking for ways to improve myself, to learn new things, but I would say the making of this song, this album, was actually one of the big changes in my life. I really feel through the last year, that's where I've grown the most, and really discovered a lot of things about myself. Yeah. I think language is one of the most important things in the world, because language is like a key to like another world. If you can speak another language, it allows you to access so many different things, information, people. You can get to know so many people, and it's just amazing how a language could change your life. So I'm always open to learn new languages, and I love learning new languages. because I just love connecting with people. Oh, people learning languages. I love learning languages, and I've been pretty lucky to be able to be in so many different places and be surrounded by different languages and culture. But I think the one thing that I would suggest is that you can't be shy. When I was learning Korea, not Korean. When I was learning Korean. I'm forgetting English. When I was learning Korean, I was actually not. I was purposely not shy. I would bring around my little notepad and just put down all the words that I knew, the limited words that I knew, and I just would say them to everybody. And that way, through that, through not being shy and through just constantly repeating and just using it a lot, I ended up picking up the language pretty quick. So do not be shy. You can do it. Oh, I don't. I mean, if you just remember me at all, I'd be happy with that. But maybe if you just, I think I try my best to have an impact on other people's lives. And if in any way, even in the slightest way, if I had any effect on your life, that I'm already really satisfied with that. If even just one day in your life, or like 1 second in your life, you're just like watching one of my TV shows or listening to one of my songs, and you just really felt something there, whether it's sad, happy, you know, made you feel like you want to go party or something like that, I'm just satisfied with that. So this year, I have goals, which is first of all, I mean, Moonlight just came out, so I'm happy with that release. But I really want to show you guys this album as soon as possible. I wanna make more opportunities for me to perform for all of you guys, and maybe, you know, have concerts and start a tour. So there's a lot of things to do that I want to do this year. But once again, I'd like to thank everyone for just supporting me through this, and none of this would be possible without all of my fans. Thank you everyone for just supporting me through all these years, and I worked very, very hard on Moonlight. And just please show it to everyone you know, all your friends. Yeah, thank you guys. Bye.
Let's get to forgetting everything that went wrong. Everybody here, yeah, we've been crying too long. We could dance about it to our favorite song. So meet me underneath the moon.